What's up, guys? It's City MMA. Your boy Bryson here with
Joey.
And today we're breaking down UFC 323, Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan 2. And then we got the flyweight matchup, Pantoja trying to defend his belt for a fifth time versus Joshua Van, 24 years old, trying to be the second youngest champ ever. And this one's in Vegas, and it's the last pay-per-view for ESPN and for UFC for a while, so this one should be exciting.
All right, guys, for the first fight of UFC 323, we got a featherweight matchup between Myron Santos and Muhammad Naimov. Naimov coming in at a plus 160 dog, and Santos at a minus 190 favorite. Guys, this is going to be a banger for a first fight. Naimov has good defensive grappling, and he does have decent power in his hands, but his takedown defense is not so good, guys. That's 67%. He finds himself in a lot of trouble there, and he throws at a low volume. I think Santos in his last fight showed great, what's the word? I can't think of it, guys. Just great versatility and grit. He does good fighting at his range, and he throws some nice low kicks. So I'm going Myron Santos as my pick money line. Who you got, Bryson?
Yeah, I like Myron Santos at minus 190 here. He went up in weight class against Sadiq Youssef, but also another fellow featherweight. They went in at lightweight. He dominated him in a co-main. Then, some people think the Francis Marshall fight was controversial. I actually scored it for Santos. I've rewatched it a couple times. I still think Santos edged it out. It was a split, so I understand it. Naimov just didn't do too much in that Bogdan Grad fight. He showed hesitancy. And yeah, he's winning on a points, and he was also in the certain region. This one's going to be in Vegas. Myron Santos has a great kickboxing. He's going to have the reach. I think he'll be the more powerful guy, have better moments. They both have bad takedown defense, so Naimov might try to implement that on Santos, but I think Santos will be smart with the clinch and do damage and make sure to keep his range. He also has a 66% significant strike defense, does have decent jiu-jitsu, so Myron Santos is actually also going to be our first leg, guys, at minus 190, and he's the first fight, so, it's good luck. All right, guys, next up we got a fun middleweight matchup. We got Mansour Abdul Malik versus Antonio Tricali. Tricali is coming in at plus 600, and Abdul Malik is minus 900. Guys, this is an easy one. Abdul Malik has that one touch of death. He works to the body. Really good takedown defense at 82%. I know Tricoli's going to try to, wrestle him and put him up against the fence, get that clinch working. That's what he tried to do against Shara. He will try to use his range to throw some clean straight shots. He does struggle checking low kicks, but Abdul Malik doesn't really throw those. But I see Abdul Malik being the one pressuring him, hitting him once, not liking it, getting him up against the fence and just finishing him. I don't know what round one is yet, guys. We filmed these early. But Abdul Malik, definitely round one. I would bet on that, bet on the KO. And, won't go the distance, everything. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, I do think Tricoli is going to, implement the wrestling and try to get Abdul Malik in a place he doesn't think he's going to be comfortable at. Well, in Seattle, we were a little bit hesitant because Abdul Malik, we had him by KO, or at least I did. And he showed a lot of his ground game and how well he holds his top control. So, if he wants to go that route, I see just Abdul Malik dominating him. His takedown defense is 82%, and he's super athletic, and he's super explosive in his fights, guys. His fight IQ is really good as well, and his significant strikes per minute is 4.27. He has super fast hands, and his footwork is even better. I don't see a way for him not getting the KO here again, and also look at that round one in money line. All right, guys, next up, we got a light heavyweight bout between Iwo Baranashki and Ibo Aslan. Aslan coming in at a plus 170 dog, and Baranashki at a minus 210 favorite. Guys, just for talking sake, I'm going to go Ibo and Iwo for referring to them. So Iwo has 6 first-round finishes and solid offensive wrestling, guys. People say he hasn't been battle tested yet, but compared to Ibo Aslan, I've bet on this guy before, and in his last performance was very, very dumbfounded. He's having a staring contest with the guy he's next to in a fight. It looked like a sparring match that between two buddies. He throws at a super low volume, and he doesn't take a lot of risks, and he just kind of accepts the takedown. So I see an easy way for Iwo to win here. I got Iwo money line, and maybe Iwo by sub is my prediction. So who you got, Bryson?
Yeah, I think Iwo Bernoweski or whatever. I'm gonna butcher it, but he's gonna definitely beat Aslan here. Aslan, he just throws low volume, doesn't take any more risk at all. Like compared to the Kutalaba fight, and then before that against Sakara, and even him on the Contender Series, and then that rematch against that Swedish guy, he's out here taking risk. He's going forward. He's throwing a lot of volume. I don't know what happened, but apparently he said he trained with Ankalaev's camp and then tried to train with the Dagestanis with his wrestling. I think that was a bad move, and sometimes it can be. Not saying those guys don't put in good work. I tend to bet on them, but maybe it just wasn't good for Aslan's game, and I don't think it was. I think he's completely changed. I think Iwo's coming in here, 26 years old, hungry kid. He's going to have the shorter reach, but Aslan had that his last fight and didn't use it, and he doesn't use it. I think Iwo might try to take him down because we've seen Aslan taken down, but I could also just see a first-round knockout just coming forward and just landing one sleeping Aslan. So Iwo's definitely the side here, and probably his knockout and won't go the distance as well. All right, guys. Next up, we got a fun lightweight matchup between Edson Barboza and Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner's minus 270, and Barboza is plus 220. Turner, you guys know, he got subbed by Bahamondes earlier this year. He retired. I think he took a 7 to 8 month layoff. Now he's coming back against Edson Barboza. Barboza just moved up in weight class, had that fight against Close not too long ago. Didn't look too good. He's looked like he's slowing down. Barboza, he throws a lot of spinning attacks, leaves his chin in the air. He does mix up his kicks well, throw some powerful ones still. He does have some pop in his shots. He's not bad. Decent takedown defense at 73%. I don't see him having to worry about that. I see Turner wanting to come back. Does a good job at staying long. He'll want to stay long, use his range, use his kicks. He has some real sting in his punches. We've seen him knock out people like Bobby Green. And even though he retired guys, he fought guys like Dan Hooker and Gamrot and kept them close. Like Turner's not bad. He's 14-9, but he's not no spring chicken. I'm going to lean towards Turner, but I'd prefer not to bet on this fight. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, this is going to be a fun fight. I think Barboza, he does have, power in the hands, and he does mix up his kicks pretty well, and knees and whatnot, but I just think he leaves his chin up a little bit too much for my liking. Turner, on the other hand, good at staying super long, and I just think he's going to find a way to win here. He lands 5.53 significant strikes per minute, guys, and like Bryson said, he's put some people out of there with his significant strikes. He puts together super good chaos too when he actually wants to go for it. He'll really connect his shots and land nice combos. So I just see Jalen Turner money line in this fight. I'm gonna stay away from it if I can betting wise, but I like Turner in this spot. All right, guys. Next up, we got a fire middleweight matchup between Marvin Vettori and Bruno Ferreira. Marvin Vettori at a slight favorite at minus 115. And Ferreira as a slight dog at minus 105. Guys, Ferreira has that KO power in his hands, and he has a very good jiu-jitsu game. He also has a little bit of a judo background. But everybody knows Marvin Vettori, guys. He pops out a super clean jab, and he's got that iron chin on him. He lands 4.68 significant strikes per minute. And I like him in this spot against Ferreira. Vettori fought Brendan Allen and Roman Dolidze, and I think those wins age pretty well, or those losses age pretty well for him. And I just see him winning here against Ferreira. I like Vettori moneyline and Vettori decision, but who do you got, Bryson?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Not a big fan of this fight. I get it from the UFC's perspective. Good middleweight matchup, no doubt. Just betting-wise, I'm not planning on betting on it. It's a pick-em. I'm going to lean towards Vettori, the guy who's 1 year younger, 2-inch reach. He's going to be taller. He's fought the better competition. I do like that Vettori's active. I did pick against him his last fight because he had the death of his brother, which I thought, I really do think that takes a toll on you, especially when you're trying to do a quick turnaround after something as tragic as that has happened to you. But I think he's taken his time. I know he's probably not going to make improvements because Vettori doesn't put boxing combos together, but he throws good straight shots, pops out a smooth jab. He does get backed up against the fence. That's what he's going to have to not do against Ferreira. Ferreira's really athletic, super fast. He attempts 1-point subs per 15. Shows a nasty clinch game, too. So I'm interested where this fight takes place when it's against the cage, but when it's outside, I see Vettori just outboxing Ferreira and winning a decision. I think Vettori can get it done. He's fought Izzy, Roman Dolidze, Brendan Allen, which aged really well. He just beat RDR, guys. So don't hate on Vettori that much for that performance. I think he bounces back and gets a dub. All right, guys. Next up, we got a lightweight matchup between Nazim Sadikov and Fares Ziam. Ziam's coming in at minus 135 and Sadikov's plus 115. I love and hate this matchup. I love both of these guys, but I also think they have potential to break the rankings, and I hate that. It's funny. They do this with, like, the lower-level guys that aren't ranked, but then when these guys get ranked, they never want to put them up against each other if they're young and hungry. But, like Morales and Prates, for example, if we don't end up getting that fight, if someone gets booked for Islam, that's a shame. But Sadikov, he shows good offensive wrestling, lands 1.29 takedowns per 15 on 55% takedown accuracy. We saw in that fight, too, he's good with adversity against Nicholas Mata. I mean, that's a contestant for Fight of the Year. He came back, knocked him out cold. We know he has good hands. We know he has good power, but he also gets hit a lot. Sadikov takes a lot of risk. He switches stances nonstop, which I think does hurt him sometimes in fighting range. Meanwhile, you got Fares Ziam, who's been training with Arman Sarukian and Hamzat Chimaev. His wrestling has gotten so much better, guys. He has excellent technical kickboxing, shows a slick feint game. He's going to have a 75-inch reach to 69 here, guys. Also, he's 6'1" to Sadikov's 5'10". I think that's going to come into play. Ziam's a really good minute winner. His last two fights, he's landed 4 takedowns in each as well, guys. So if you don't think his wrestling's improved, I think it has. So I'm going Ziam minus 135, and he's our second leg with Santos. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, this is going to be a great fight. You know, Sadikov, he is a great fighter, and he does mix up his kicks super well. He has solid takedown defense at 75%. He switches stances nonstop, but, guys, he has trouble checking those low kicks. So with Ziam, like Bryson said, training with Hamzat Chimaev and whatnot, his wrestling's definitely improved. His takedown defense is 70%. And he lands 64% on a significant he has a 64% significant strike defense, guys. Sorry about that. So, like Bryson said, Sadikov, you know, he does take chances, but he gets hit a lot. Ziam's the exact opposite. He'll take chances when he knows he can, and he knows he'll complete a punch or a takedown on you, and he'll get, he'll avoid those crazy shots from Sadikov. So I'm going Ziam money line in this fight, and Ziam decision. All right, guys, next up, we got a women's flyweight matchup between Macy Barber and Karine Silva. Karine Silva is a plus 145 dog, and Macy Barber is a minus 175 favorite. Guys, in May of this year, like a couple months ago, Macy Barber pulled out against Blanchfield for like medical reasons. She was in the hospital for an extended period of time, and I just don't think it's a good look for her here. With that being said, though, she has fought elite competition, and she does great at putting heavy pressure on people. She also lands 4.70 significant strikes per minute. She's super active, guys. Silva, on the other hand, you know, she's constantly wanting to chain wrestle and throws good kicks to the body. I think this is going to be a really good fight, but my lock in this is going to be Macy Barber. I do think she's over her medical stuff outside of the cage, and I think she's going to put on a pretty good performance here. So I'm going to pick her to start round 3 and by decision and money line. Who you got, Bryson?
Yeah, we've seen this story a couple times where someone will come back from a medical injury or have to pull out and then come back. And I don't know, guys, time and time again throughout my lifetime, it feels like every time someone of these people come back from something, and it seems like, oh, okay, yeah, they're going to come back and lose. No, they're going to come back and win. And I got that feeling with Macy Barber. I think she's going to come out and dominate Karine Silva. Silva does land 2.37 takedowns per 15 minutes on 47% takedown accuracy. Her cardio does fade late, and we saw that in that last fight where she beat Barbosa in a rematch. They're 1-1 apiece. But Silva has insanely bad takedown defense at 11%, guys. Yes, you heard that right, 11%. I think Macy can take her down eventually, and she's gonna get her against the fence. She's gonna sweep the leg. She's gonna punch her in the face, work in the clinch, and yeah, I just think Macy's gonna win a cleaner decision here. I think Silva gets reversed too much on the ground. I think she gasses herself out in the first round because she really wants to win that first round. But I think Barber just proves us wrong and shows people why she's still a top contender. All right, guys, we got a lightweight matchup between Terrence McKinney and Chris Duncan. Duncan's coming in at minus 180, and we got T-Rex McKinney coming in at plus 150. Guys, this is guaranteed violence. I mean, this is why they put it close to the final prelim. That other one is as well. But this one is going to be crazy. It's practically boom or bust. You're going to go McKinney in the first round, or you might as well play Duncan money line because McKinney has never been the distance, ever. Has never seen a third round. Super dangerous in the first. He lands 3.59 takedowns per 15 minutes. And guys, that's most likely, those stats are like in a single round because he's never been to a third. So he's almost landing 4 takedowns in one round. Duncan shows sharper technical boxing. He showed that against Rebecca. That is the tough part for McKinney here. I'd say Duncan's fought the tougher competition. I just think McKinney's more explosive, though, and he wants it. And I do think he can get the sub or TKO, but if he doesn't get him in the first, go live bet Duncan, guys, because Duncan is going to win. I'm sorry. It's just, if you look at McKinney's track record, it says what it says. Who do you got, Joey? This is a fun one.
Yeah, guys, I wouldn't normally go with Terrence McKinney. I do think he is super dangerous in the first round. Like Bryson said, he lands at a pretty great rate for his takedowns, but he does leave his chin out there a lot, and his cardio fades, super bad after the first. His takedown defense is pretty good at 77%, but I just think Chris Duncan has fought the tougher people in his last couple fights, guys, and I know Chris Duncan has a gas tank on him. He leaves his chin up in the air too, but I mean, as long as he can weather the storm in the first round and get through it, I think he wins here. He also lands 3.17 takedowns per 15 minutes on a 42% takedown accuracy. And, he wants to make the fight really ugly, so I could see him taking over in rounds 2 and 3. And give me Chris Duncan money line in this fight. All right, guys, next up, we got a lightweight matchup between Grant Dawson and Manuel Torres. Manuel Torres coming in at a plus 170 dog, and Grant Dawson at a minus 210 favorite. Guys, Grant Dawson, he has, excellent pressure with his top control. He doesn't bring a lot of the threat on the feet. He got knocked out by Bobby Green in 30 seconds, guys. Pretty crazy. Manuel Torres, on the other hand, super dangerous in the first round. He lands 7.8 significant strikes per minute, and he also lands 2.0 takedowns per 15 minutes on a 66% accuracy, guys. So, I mean, this is a fight I'm probably going to stay away from. I know a lot of people are going to pick Grant Dawson because they may think he has a little bit more experience, but I could see you taking a shot in the dark on the dog here, Torres. So, I'm going to skip this fight, but if I had to pick, I'm going to go Torres just for dog money. Who you got, Bryson?
Yeah, this is a tough one. This will be the last fight in ESPN history because the pay-per-view will be after this. So this is literally the last free fight on ESPN. It's a good one, but it also cannot live up to it. If Torres doesn't get him out in the first, I see it being a boring Dawson grinding him out, getting the takedowns, having the better cardio, being a little active, going for submission attempts. That's what he's going to do. Solid offensive grappling, high fight IQ. He sticks to his game plan, so that's why I feel like he's going to do it. Torres does have 88% takedown defense, but he's also never faced a wrestler like Grant Dawson. I like how Dawson trains at Coconut Creek. I think that one's not American Top Team, but it's the other one that Burns trains at. I'm blanking on or not AKA. I'm blanking on the name, but I think Dawson's gonna kill it and just edge out a decision. But Torres could get him out in the first. So if you want to bet Torres, go round 1. All right, guys. Last pay-per-view of the year to open us up in the main card. We got a light heavyweight matchup between Jan Blachowicz and Bogdan Guskov. Guskov's coming in at plus 115. Jan Blachowicz, Polish Power, minus 135. I like Jan here, guys. I think Jan's fought the way tougher competition. I mean, look at his last 4. You got Ankalaev, Pereira, his last one, Yulberg, and then before that, Izzy. I mean, he was the first one to beat Izzy. He arguably beat Pereira, and then he arguably beat Yulberg in his last one. He does, sit there, but he does throw some crazy low kicks, lands 3.44 significant strikes per minute. Does a good job at cutting the cage off. He did that really good against Yulberg, someone who, they're going to want to take advantage of their footwork. Guskov, he wants to put a fast pace on you, show solid technical boxing. I don't see him getting in Jan's face, though. I don't see Jan allowing him to either. I don't know if Bogdan comes out and does the aggressive thing, but he keeps his hands low too, man. That's what scares me. So I'm going Jan here, and maybe even Jan knockout. And this might be Jan's last fight ever, guys, which would be so sad. But I gotta go Blachowicz here. More experience, longer reach, and just the better technical fighter. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one, guys. Guskov, he in his last fight he fought Nikita Krylov, which I feel like he stepped up in comp against. He ended up getting the knockout, but I mean Dom Reyes was doing that. So Jan Blachowicz he's a different type of beast, guys. He also lands 1.03 takedowns per 15 minutes on almost a 50% accuracy. Guys, Jan Blachowicz, he's fought the best of the best. I got to pick him in this spot. I think Guskov is just stepping up a little bit too quick in comp. And also, guys, his takedown defense is pretty bad at 57%. So I feel like he might give Jan a little respect. Jan could clip him on the feet and then either take him down or have his way with him, get him for the win. So I got Jan moneyline and Jan KO on a long shot. All right, guys, next up we have a bantamweight matchup between Henry Cejudo and Peyton Tablet. We got Peyton Tablet at a minus 300 favorite and Cejudo at a plus 240 dog. Guys, this is probably Henry Cejudo, Triple H's last fight. We watched him fight in Seattle, and that was just an ugly performance by him, in my opinion. Peyton Tablet, on the other hand, he's coming off a tough loss or whatever, but I think he gets his bounce back here. He has super improved takedown defense, super fast hands, and super technical boxing, been compared to like Sean O'Malley, especially with the knees and whatnot. Triple H, he has good takedown defense. Triple C, my bad, with his good takedown defense, 76%. But guys, he really doesn't shoot. He lost that. He was a great wrestler, collegiately, and he's always grown up, wrestling. He used to land 1.84 takedowns per 15 minutes on a 31% accuracy. So he used to just spam shoot and be like a wrestler like that. Now he doesn't even shoot. I don't even know what he's doing with it. So I'm just going to go Peyton Tablet here. I just think he has more ways to win. And I think Henry Cejudo is just out of it, with especially it being his retirement fight. Who do you have, Bryson?
Yeah, I'm also going Peyton Talbot here. He's not going to make our parlay, but I'm definitely going to play him on another one. He's the younger guy here, guys. 70.5-inch reach to 64, 5'10 to 5'4 Cejudo. Don't get me wrong, and I get it. I see a lot of you people doing the same shit, talking about how Barcelos took Peyton down, all this. Do I have to remind you that Barcelos has won 2 more after Talbot, and that Barcelos literally, I mean, God, if he wins like 2 more, he might get a title shot at 38. I mean, I know it sounds crazy and he has no name value, but he is on a 4-fight winning streak and then just beat Cody Garbrandt and Ricky Simone after Talbot. So don't jump the gun there on that loss. He's really good, shows fast hands. He lands 6.05 significant strikes per minute on 54% strike accuracy. Great clinch game. I could see him using the knees against Cejudo to stop those takedowns. I do believe, Cejudo hasn't been wrestling, but I could see him coming back to it this last fight. but I just don't see it working. I know Talbot's going to have the mentality of, it's okay, guys, if you get taken down, but it's what you do after and if you accept it. You can't accept it, but if you go into a fight knowing you're going to get taken down and what can I do to get back up, that's what matters. And I think Peyton has that mentality. And this is also his biggest fight to date. He's the younger guy who's hungry and he wants that belt. Cejudo's already been double champ. Give me Peyton. All right, guys, next up we got the featured fight of the night, a flyweight matchup. This will decide who probably fights the winner, Pantoja Van. We got Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. Taira coming in at -130, Brandon Moreno +110. We know Moreno's looking real good, guys. He's beat Amir Albazi and then Steve Ursay. Times counters very well. Does tend to be a slow starter, though, and he doesn't throw that much volume. That's one thing I don't like about Moreno. And I feel like Tatsuro Taira will take advantage of that in closing the distance and trying to get a hold of him. He has elite jiu-jitsu, offensive grappling, has a great body triangle, gets the back with ease. I mean, besides Pantoja, it's literally the best body triangle in the UFC. He attempts 1.7 subs per 15 minutes. Moreno's fought great competition, shows, solid defensive grappling. I like Moreno. He's fought the best of the best. But I think it's that new blood, and I think just like how, maybe the co-main, my prediction's coming up, but I'm liking the young guys here. So I'm going to go Tatsuro Taira, and I think -130 is a great price, especially he's a phenom right now at 25, only getting better, 17-1. Give me Taira. Who you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, this is a banger fight. Moreno, he's fought elite comp. He shows great defensive grappling, but on the other hand, guys, he does have poor takedown defense with 64%. Tatsuro Taira, he's a beast when he gets on top or gets that body triangle on you, man. You're not peeling that off no matter what you do. He also has a great clinch game. He throws nice knees and elbows in the clinch. He also transitions super well, so even if he releases the body lock, he'll roll into top position with ease. Guys, he's a monster on the ground, especially for being 25 years old. I got Tatsuro Taira money line in this fight. I'm super hyped to watch it, and on a long shot, maybe Taira sub. All right, guys, we got a fire co-main event coming up for you. A flyweight matchup between Alexandre Pantoja and Joshua Van. Van coming in at a +195 dog, and Pantoja at a -235 favorite. Guys, Pantoja is on a crazy run right now. 11-fight win streak, 4 title defenses. He uses his striking to set up takedowns, and he does have the best body triangle in the game. Next up is Taira. But, he does have a pretty good takedowns per 15 minutes at 2.8 on a 47% accuracy. But the problem is sometimes he does leave his chin in the air. Joshua Van, super technical boxer, shows fast hands and amazing takedown defense, guys. He may start off slow at some points, but I don't think he's going to start too slow in this fight, especially against a guy like Pantoja. I think he's going to be hungry and ready for this fight, and he also has great fight IQ. So I'm going Joshua Van money line on this fight, even against Pantoja, but I think he can get it done. Who you got, Bryson?
You guys know I'm rocking with my boy Joshua Fearless Van, 24 years old. He's going to be the second youngest champion ever behind John Jones. He's improving each fight. You guys watch it. And, his takedown defense, 81%. He has the most significant strikes landed per minute in the flyweight division at 8.86 with a 56% significant strike accuracy. Joshua Van at 24 years old. He has the most 100 significant strike performances in flyweight history at 6, guys. That's insane, guys. I don't think you understand what I just said. 100 significant strike performances in the flyweight division. These are in 3-rounders. This is his first 5-rounder ever. So he's literally landing 100 significant strikes in 3 rounds. I'm telling you, he's going to be too much for Pantoja. Pantoja is really good, though. He uses striking to set up takedowns. I even think he's going to stop Van in the first. I think the first round, Pantoja's going to, get the control. Van will be up against the fence. Fans will kind of be booing. Pantoja might get a takedown. But Van's going to survive that round 2, round 3. When he starts getting the pace, he starts putting combos together, he stuffs a takedown, it's going to be over quick, guys, and it's going to be a quick night. I'm going Van knockout, Van money line, and he's also our last leg on our parlay. So we got Santos minus 250, Zion minus 135, and the boy Joshua Van at plus 195, guys. That's 3 legs. You put $100 on that, I'm pretty sure that's going to have a payout of a K at least. So go do that, and if you're really getting crazy, go Van KO. And new! All right, guys, the main event, last pay-per-view of the year, last main event, last belt we'll get, for this year. We got Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan for the Bantamweight Championship. Yan's coming in at plus 365, and Merab is a minus 475 favorite. Guys, I know their first fight, Merab dominated 49-46 to him. I think maybe even a 50-45 on a card. I'm telling you, though, the takedown's 11 for 49 for Merab. Now, if you're shooting 10 takedowns on someone per round, why do you think that is? That's because you're scared of the feet. And I'm not saying Merab is, he's decent. He's constantly chain wrestling. He's showing improvements on the feet. But Yan, dude, super high-level technical boxing. He throws a beautiful inside trip for takedowns. You guys have seen it time and time again against Figgy, Marcus McGee, Song Yadong, which, might I mention, Yan's on a 3-fight win streak since the Merab loss. You don't think he's improved? He's also younger. People have this interpretation that Yan's this old guy. He's 32 years old. Merab's 34. Merab's gonna have to cut weight for the 4th time this year. I mean, that's tough. Merab has good takedown defense, 82%. Yan has a good takedown defense too at 85%. Has a great defensive guard for boxing. He lands 5.12 significant strikes per minute. Works to the body well. I just like Yan by decision here. And I think the line's crazy. I think plus 365 on Yan. I mean, just give me the money, even though I think the decision. But I think he can make the adjustments and make this way more competitive than people are coming out to be. And I think Merab's in for a tough one, and maybe his toughest to date. Who do you got, Joey? This is a good one in the year.
Yeah, this one's going to be a banger, guys. Super technical fight, Merab always feinting the level changes. Crazy what he did against Sean O'Malley. I actually thought with Sean O'Malley getting his surgery done, he would have, fought a little better. He was looking all right, and then Merab came in with a sub. He's showing tremendous improvements in his BJJ, guys. He also has the most takedowns in UFC history, which is a pretty crazy stat. He's constantly chain wrestling, lands 6.040 takedowns per 15 minutes. But Yan, on the other hand, guys, super high level. Fought the best of the best. Lose to Merab, like Bryson said, and come back, win 3 fights. He does tend to give up the first round, but that's fine. There's still 4 more rounds, guys. He could put something together with his combos. He has great combos, super good head movement, always looking to cause some damage for the opponent. Merab, I think he can win here, but I think it is his toughest fight to date. I'm going to pick Merab, but if you're picking Yan, I could see why. I think the line's way too big for me to bet on. I think it should be almost a pick 'em, honestly. So, picking Merab, but I can see why you're picking Yan.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Rain City MMA. We really appreciate all the support, all your likes, subscribes, shares, any interaction with our video. We really appreciate. And we got a 3-leg parlay cooked up for you guys. So for the first leg, we got Santos at minus 250, Ziam at minus 135, and lastly, we got Van, our boy, coming in at plus 195 against the champ Pantoja. Lock those in, and we'll see you at the cash counter.